Hello. Hey friends. Hey friends. Okay, it works. Howdy doody. Playing some Elvis Frog. Did I just win? The duck wins bigly. That's amazing. Good old Elvis Frog. Okay. Big money. Okay. Elvis Frog. Hey y'all. Thanks for joining today. Some of you are probably gonna hopefully watch this later if you're missing the live stream, but I keep them archived, most of them. Anyway, today we're going to talk about HEB gift cards in particular. So thanks for joining. Oh, I see some of you are here. Okay, thank you for joining. Okay, any questions or anything, you can throw them in the chat or whatever, or put it on the DuckDeals Telegram as well. Okay, let's get started. So today I wanted to talk about HEB gift cards. They're some of my favorite things. You've probably, if you're in the DuckDeals Telegram, you probably see a lot of those deals posted in the group notifications or on the website. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. HEB is a Texas store, but that doesn't mean that what we're going to talk about is Texas only. A lot of this is actually, a lot of what we're going to discuss today can be used at different kinds of grocery stores, and hopefully it can at least inspire you to go more to your grocery store, get more gift cards there. It's an interesting world, and it can be quite profitable if it's done correctly. And I've been going to HEB and buying their gift cards for has to at least been a decade by now. So I'm quite used to. I have a lot of experience in this field. So let's talk about it. Okay. This session brought to you by free alcohol removed red wine, because red is the color of HEB. Okay, let's get started. A few show and tell items here. Okay. So yeah, HEB. It's a Texas store. It's a grocery store. It stands for, I think, Harry Butt, I think, is actually officially his name, or maybe Howard, but that's not as funny. But yeah, HEB, the Butt family, and it's been around for decades and decades, and they're a multi-million, possibly billion-dollar business. And amongst what they sell in their grocery stores are, of course, gift cards, but they have a different kind of a unique way of selling them, which can be very exciting for the gift card resale business if you're into that sort of thing, and why wouldn't you be? So yeah, it's quite a situation they have there, and one that I'm very fond of visiting. So as you can see, I am wearing an HEB t-shirt. I am not an employee of HEB, but you can get this at any Goodwill in Texas. Someone was an HEB employee at one time and then decided to just, flee so that they could pursue gift cards full time, I imagine. And so you'll find strange little items and memorabilia everywhere around there. In fact, I found a name tag there once too, but I need to change it to say just the duck on it. One thing that I actually do is sometimes I will wear this shirt while I am buying gift cards at HEB. It sounds a little silly. The worst that could happen is that someone might ask for your help. But if you're walking through there, very sort of determined look on your face, or sort of fast walking, people know better than to bother you. But I'll usually sort of wear red. Because one of the main things about doing what we do with the whole gift card reselling is that it is sort of, it's not illegal, and I wouldn't even say it's frowned upon, but it's certainly not HEB's favorite thing in the world. They can limit you, they can pull you aside, a manager can void a transaction, they can ask you not to do this anymore. So it's best to just sort of blend in and go under the radar at all times. That is very important. So, if that means just changing clothes between the times that you go into the store and do the gift card buying, or if that means, maybe you buy so many gift cards and it freaks the machine out and the cash register just freezes. What do? You just walk out of there. You don't wait to talk to a manager or do anything. You just go. Okay? It's very important that you don't attract attention to yourself, or talk to managers, or just do anything like that. That's all very much against um, proper gift card buying and reselling and that sort of thing. Just don't bring attention to yourself, okay? It looks weird when someone's buying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gift cards. I get that, it looks weird. And sometimes they'll even ask you, like the other day they asked me, are you buying this on your own accord? As if I was, being someone's mule in there, that I was being forced or coerced to buy the gift cards. Maybe someone texted me on my phone and said, hey, I'm your boss. Go to HEB and buy some gift cards, and then I'll reimburse you later. And of course, it wasn't my boss. I get that. It's gift card world. It's supposed to be a sweet little thing, like what a little old lady buys for her grandbabies or something. But yeah, I can admit that the whole gift card world has a seedy underbelly, and it can be kind of weird. So what we're doing is not weird at all. It's just business. But I can see how HEB might think it's weird, and so you just want to stay under that radar. Just let them know you're a good person, you're not doing anything shady, and just go in and out. So that's what I do. No managers, under the radar. If it means wearing red, because you're on camera over there. If they see a red figure go back and forth to a kiosk for gift cards, they're probably not going to think much of it. But if you're in there, in a tank top or whatever, I don't even know, and just like making a big scene of yourself, then yeah, everyone's going to notice, and then they won't let you buy gift cards anymore. So it's like, why? Blend in. And so that's what I do, and I do sometimes pretend that I work there. What are they going to do? It's just a shirt. Anyone can have an HEB shirt. They have a whole section where you can buy HEB memorabilia for little shirts for your babies or whatever. So I'm proud of HEB. Is that against the law? No, it's not. So yeah, that's kind of important. So every Wednesday at around used to be around midnight, but nowadays it kind of has a little lag. So I'd say no later than 6 a.m. You're going to see what the next big gift card deals for the week are, and you can check those out on your phone, your little phone. So that's what I do. Constantly. Let's see. Well, not constantly, but only on Wednesdays. So it's going to be Wednesday in about 4 hours. So you want to be checking that. So how do you check it? Well, you go to your phone, and you go to the savings section right here. Go to savings. And then in savings, go to this little magnifying glass. You can see I don't know why it says egg. I'm not going to buy an egg on my phone. But type gift, and you can see what the latest deal is. So this week's deal is, and then you click on it. It's a really good one. So buy $50 in Jimmy John's, Chipotle, Whataburger, Wendy's, Texas Roadhouse, Bubba's, I guess Bubba's 33, Chili's, and get a free $10 HEB gift card. HEB gift card must be included in the order. And note, it expires tomorrow, and it is unlimited use. All of that is music to my ears. It's very good. So once you clip it, and then it just sort of goes into your account. So there is a lot to unpack in that little code, and it's a pretty great code. First of all, it has some really good name brands in there, except for Bubba's 33. I don't even know what the heck that is. It has Chili's, it has Texas Roadhouse, it has Chipotle, it's got a lot of good ones in there, and Jimmy John's. So you go over there, you can get a $50 gift card of Whataburger or Chipotle. Chipotle is my favorite one right now, so please be buying those for me if you can, if you're in Texas. Honestly, it's actually worth the trip to fly over here and do it. You're going to make so much money, so many airline miles off of this, because it's unlimited. So you get your one Chipotle gift card, and then you get your $10 bonus card. I like these ones, these Dia de los Muertos one, they're funny. So you get one of these and one of those. And they both have to be in the cart, so they have to be bought together. But the HEB one becomes free, so that's $10 of free money, right? So, when you check out, you pay $50 for that Chipotle gift card, and then you get the $10 one free. It's actually pretty good for tax reasons too, because if you were to resell that gift card, it's technically a loss, because that $10 bonus was free and it wasn't necessarily part of the value of what you purchased. It's different than if you were to go to a store where they would say just buy a straight $40 gift card. Buy a $50 gift card for $40. And also you wouldn't get that many miles on your credit card, which is of course what we're trying to do. That's the main objective here. So you want those 50 miles from this, but it's unlimited. So why stop at 50? Why not do 100? Why not do 1,000? Why not do 5,000? Why not do 20,000? And I've done all of those, many variants of all of those. So all of a sudden I have 20,000 miles. What do I do with all those miles? Well, get a free flight, go to Paris, go to Germany, go wherever you want to go. Use it for a hotel, or just do 2% cash back, or 5% cash back. I think it's 4% if you have that gold card from Amex. Any credit card that gives you grocery rewards. That's what makes this place very special, because these are technically groceries, but you don't want it to look like that when you make the purchase. It shouldn't just say $1,000, $2,000. It should say $2,000.30, because you throw a potato in at the end. You want to mix it up a little bit. That's very important. You don't want Amex to think you're buying gift cards. Although with Amex does not have the sort of level 3 for most grocery stores, so HEB is sort of immune to that. They'll just see it was a purchase of groceries. So it's kind of safer than, say, if you were buying it at Staples or some of these places that do provide a different level and do show, or giftcards.com. I wonder what that's going to be. So it's sort of a protected realm. But you do have to do it in store, and that's what makes it a little more tricky than these online things that you can do that are technically easier. But the easier ones tend to be the ones that get saturated and flood the market, because everyone can do it online, and then they buy all these gift cards. I tend to limit how much I get on those. But when there's an HEB deal, I'll let the people my runners know, buy as much as you want. Buy a whole bunch of them. Thousands and thousands worth. Because I know that it's sort of limited to Texas, and I also know that not everyone, even those who are in Texas, are just not going to be able to go out and do it. It's 100 degrees every day. It's hard to get in there and park your car and go do the grind, but you should be rewarded for it and get all those miles if you can make it happen. So that's sort of how it works. A little bit. Let's see. 20 minutes. Yeah. Now, when you purchase them, there's several locations in the HEB grocery store. where you can do it. So I wanted to explain those to you right now. Okay, this is one. So there are 4 places you can do it, and I recommend mixing it up and doing it in all 4 of them, because, like I said, it draws attention away from you. It's not just, oh, that's that weird guy who's just been sitting there at the kiosk all day. Don't do that. You can probably the main one is just the normal cash register, right? You can certainly buy your gift cards there. But you're talking to a person, something might mess up and they may call a manager over. There's other people in line. It's just, weird. They don't, and it's the kind of thing that you can't repeat too much of, because what are you going to do? Like, sometimes these deals aren't unlimited. Sometimes they'll say limit 1, and but you want to do multiples. And so if a cash register sees that you're doing 12 of them and it's only supposed to be limit 1, they're going to think you're weird and they're going to say something. And you're not weird, you're just smart. So whatever. I tend to avoid cash registers whenever I can. They're just weird. Another place you can do this is at the self-checkout. Sometimes people call it SCO. SCO. Self-checkout is pretty great, but you have to understand that there's a limit to how much you can do there. You can only do $200 at one time. So if you go there and let's say there's an unlimited deal like there is now, well, the most you can actually get is not 4 of these $50 gift cards, but it's actually 3, because you're going to get 3 $50 gift cards and then 3 $10 HEB cards with it. And so now that equals 180, and then you're going to throw a potato in there too. So it's kind of limiting when you're there. But that's not to say that you can't do it that way and then after that transaction is done, do another one, or go to a different self-checkout. In the bigger HEBs, they'll have a self-checkout on multiple locations. They'll have, like the one that I'm in has it. It's an HEB Plus. It'll have one there and one here. So you should try to go to both of those at one time. That way the attendant doesn't think you're weird. And they're always bothering you, or sometimes we're talking and it's like, stop talking to me, but you're there to not talk to people. That's the whole point of self-checkout. So yeah, I would be careful there. Cash register also has a limit, but since I don't go there, I don't really know what it is. It's probably the same $1,600 as you would get at the business center. The business center is probably the best one you can go to, because this one would probably this one, the cash register is going to call the manager for a large order, like in that Bon Qui Qui skit on Mad TV. I got a complicated order, security. I always like that. Yeah, just, they're kids. They don't know what gift cards are. They freak out and they're not used to it. So, like I said, I would avoid that if you can. There's also the business center, and that's probably the best place to go. At the business center, you can typically do, I think that the limit is still $1,600 worth at one time without calling a manager over. So that's good. That's what you want, especially for these unlimited deals. So you'll go in there, and usually what I do is I'm prepared. I say I have a large gift card order. I'll put all the gift cards down, and then I'll put my credit card, and next to my credit card I'll put my ID, because they're going to want to check your ID and make sure if you're doing something like this that it's not like a stolen credit card or anything like that. Obviously it's not. We don't do anything illegal here. So yeah, I just sort of let them know this is what I'm doing. It's all legit. Just, you're selling unlimited gift cards, so let me buy unlimited gift cards. If you don't want to do it, then don't make these unlimited fabulous deals that I'm going to go for. I'm going to do it if you say I can do it. So business center is the best place to do that at. You can get a whole bunch at one time, and then go back tomorrow, do more. Really, your only limit is how much they have in the store. If you take all of them, then you go to another store and then take out their stock too. So yeah, that tends to happen a lot. I took all the Chipotles out of 3 grocery stores in my vicinity, and you know what? That's their problem. I don't know why they do these great deals. Maybe they want to boost their numbers. Maybe they want to show their shareholders, look how much money our grocery store brought in this month. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in one day, and that was just from the duck. I don't know what their deal is. It doesn't matter. But yeah, this is, if they want to sell them, I want to buy them. So that's how we do that. There's also another new place at the grocery stores, and this is kind of new. It's a hybrid checkout thing. This one will usually allow like up to 20 items, and it's its own conveyor belt, but you're sort of doing most of it at the same time. This one's pretty good too for gift cards. And like I said, if you're going to do this right, if you're going to do this at all, do it right. And if you're going to do it, you should mix all of these different modalities and get a little bit, make these purchases at multiple places in those multiple locations in the grocery store to just put their minds at ease. They don't want to see anything weird is all. And so let's not do anything weird. Now, self-checkout. Let's talk a little bit more about that. Some of these deals are not unlimited. In fact, most of them aren't. Most of these unlimited ones come at like big times of the year, like right now, which is back to school, or maybe Black Friday or right before Christmas. That's when you're going to find the unlimited deals. But usually it'll be like limit 1, right? And that's a problem because I'm not going to go all the way to the grocery store for one item. So you should kind of be prepared for that. And one thing that I do is I don't just walk in. Now, what you can do is you can have multiple accounts on your phone, right? But they make it hard. You have to log out of each account. You have to log into it again. You have to do their 2-factor whatevers and re-add it to your phone, and then it'll ask for your location again, and then you have to remember what password it is and what email address it is. And if you have a whole bunch, you can do them through the Gmail. So, the duck .1 and something at the gmail.com. You can do a whole bunch of those things. So obviously I have hundreds of accounts, but it's kind of time consuming, and the cards have to be added at least like 30 minutes prior to making the purchase, because sometimes the coupon just won't generate, and so you kind of need to be prepared. So on Wednesday morning, you need to get up and sort of add those coupons. You have to clip them onto your app. While you're waking up or something, like right before you go to the grocery store in the morning. So you've got to be prepared. And the way I do it is I have them on multiple phones. So that kind of helps. Like this one will have Duck Account 1, and this one will have Duck Account 2, and then this one will have Duck Account 3. So that makes it faster. The accounts are already ready in my hand. So if I'm at the self-checkout, I'll go and buy, one card, or sometimes it'll be like limit one, but it'll give you 3 options or something like that. So I'll buy one Texas Roadhouse and one Chili's and one Chipotle, all in one mini transaction with the 3 HEB gift cards tacked to the end of it. So I'll have reached my almost $200 limit, and I make that purchase, and then I throw in a potato or something, and that's done. And before anyone knows what people are there, it's self-checkout, so you're only supposed to be buying a few items, but people won't really notice that you just made your whole purchase, and it was really just one potato and a few pieces of cardboard or plastic. So then you can go on, and now that you've done that one, you can do your second one, and do that order. Just pull out the other phone, put the first phone away and pull out the second phone, and then it's already ready to go, and it sort of reduces your time and it's more efficient. The whole point is to be fast, efficient, go in, get out, go to your car, throw the cards in there, put them organized, and then go back into HEB and go to the other self-checkout and do it again, But you won't have to be logging in and out so many times if you just have it on all of your different phones, and I have these too. So that's one sort of mini solution that sort of works for me, whatever works for you. But that's because of self-checkout and their little limit. Now, obviously, you can't play that phone game at the cash register. I mean, the kid there is going to be like, what's going on? This is weird. You have all these phones. I think I'm going to call the manager, and let's just stop. If they can't handle a transaction, whatever. So I don't want to deal with that, and I'm not going to. That's why I prefer the self-checkout. It's definitely not something you'd want to do at the business center, all those accounts. If it says limit 1 per account, that means 1 per account, and that means it should be 1 person. So what are they going to say at the business center when they see that you have 12 different phones and that you're in there trying to play the system? They're not going to like it, and they are within their rights to limit you. It even says that on the coupon. We reserve the right to limit you even on an unlimited deal. So just don't give them an excuse to limit you. You're there to buy what they're selling. So that's one thing that I do. Now there are actually 2 different types of these coupons. The most popular is where you'll buy one and then you'll get the $10 bonus or something like that. There used to be a time when you could combine those. So let's say you bought 4 $50 Chipotle gift cards. Then you wouldn't need 4 $10 HEB bonuses. You could just put 1 HEB bonus and say, I'd like $40 on that. And it used to work, but that doesn't work anymore. It freezes the system, and it'll only give you $10 off. So don't play that game. So you've got to get 4 of them. Just do what the coupon says to do. And the other main type of deal, which mostly only happens around Black Friday, is where you'll just get the set % off. So it'll be buy a Home Depot gift card at 20% off. So it's like, wow, that's a really good deal. And so you won't have to worry about these bonuses. But those are pretty rare, and they happen only at certain times of the year. So now there's also two different types of coupons. You'll see the so-called yellow coupons. They're the ones that are sort of hanging near the gift card carousel. They're the same as these digital ones, but these digital ones are easier. So let's say I'm trying to buy, at the business center. If you had a yellow coupon, a more savvy clerk would take one yellow coupon and just zap it, 20 times for all of these gift cards you're buying. But that tends to not be the case. They might take one and then throw it away or put it in underneath this little thing in the cash register, and they'd want a different yellow coupon for each little thing. But when you have the digital coupon, you just wait at the very end and you show it to them, and they zap it, the barcode on the phone, and that takes care of everything. So it'll look like this, and they zap it, and then all of those $10 ones become zeros, so they all become free, and you don't have to do it individually. Now, the yellow coupons are pretty good because, I have my mom buying these gift cards for me a lot of the time, and she doesn't have the app, and she doesn't know what a lot of what this means. So I'll tell her, just, get 400 of them at the regular cash register and hand them the yellow coupons. And that, that she can do. She obviously, she just throws the yellow coupons at them and they figure it out. So it's good for people who aren't really digitally inclined. So it works for me in that sense, but I would never use them myself. It's just too slow, and the whole point is to be efficient, go in and out, and then keep doing this more and more. And you can't be encumbered by all these yellow coupons if you're really going to be taking this seriously. So that's sort of how I handle those. Now, like I said, some of these gift cards, they can be cumbersome when all of a sudden you have a whole bunch of 10s, right? You don't want all of these as 10s because that's not efficient. So I recommend combining them, and you can combine them at those kiosks as well. Now, if you try to combine them at the business center or at a register, sometimes the staff will freak out. They'll say, you can't buy a gift card with a gift card, and you're not really buying a gift card with a gift card. All you're doing is you're aggregating a bunch of HEB gift cards into a larger form. It's not so much as buying. And you can do it without any muss or fuss at the kiosk. So let's say you want one $100 gift card. That's much better than holding on to 10 of them. So you take your first 10, right? This already has 10. And you swipe it at the self-checkout. And you say that you're buying this card. You've already bought it, but you're saying you're buying value to add to this card. So what you're going to do, and they'll say, how much value do you want to add to this card? You want to add $90 to it. And then it says, okay, pay for your $90 worth. And then you swipe this 10 and this 10. So you swipe 9 more of them onto this first one. And then now they all combine. This first one is now worth $100, and these are all zeroed out, and you can throw these away. Or if it's easier for you, or if you're having your grandma do it for you, you can just get a whole brand new fresh one, if that makes it easier. A brand new fresh HEB gift card. It's a little wasteful for the environment, so I wouldn't do it. But take a brand new one and just say you want $100 on it, and then fill it with these 10 hundreds, and then throw those out. So that's how you can do it. So all of a sudden you have 100. Well, let's say you want 200. Well, you know, do it up to 200 at a time. And that way you walk out of the grocery store with one giant $200 gift card, bonus card. However, I will say that sometimes these cards can be freaking weird. Maybe sometimes it just like won't work. It got demagnetized or whatever. So you don't want to be standing around with $1,000 HEB gift card that doesn't work. Sometimes the 10s actually have their value, because if a $10 one is messed up, then that's better than a $1,000 one being messed up. Either way, you can talk to them at the business center and they'll fix it for you. They can see that it had a value on it. Sometimes it just doesn't work on any machine, but you can actually use those online. Just get the code and the PIN and order yourself something through curbside and go pick it up there, and that way you have liquidated that gift card without having to swipe it. Other uses for those bonus cards, there's a lot of uses. You can, first you can get groceries. You can get medicine at the pharmacy. You know, medicine's expensive. Use those gift cards on it. Some HEBs have cafes in them. The one in Austin that I used to go to had a full bar, you know, and you can buy top shelf whiskey or whatever you wanted, $80 a pour or something like that, that Glenfiddich or whatever stuff. Yeah, put it all on the HEB gift card. Some of them, probably the best one is gas stations. And that's why you want those to be combined to a larger card. Because when you're at the gas station and you're swiping a $10, especially with the price of gas these days, in like, just, you know, in like 30 seconds, that's completely liquidated, that $10 gift card. And now you have to finish the transaction and they're going to ask you, oh, do you want a car wash? Like stuff that no one, you know, and it's like, I could have just done this all with one big $200 gift card. So you don't want to be swiping all of those. And plus you actually kind of lose some money if you had a $10 one at the gas station. Because I think there's like the first 20 cents or so is just like air when you're just starting using the gun on the gas station thing. So you're kind of wasting money if you're resetting it every time on $10 like that. So you would want a bigger one for the gas station. Of course, you can also resell them on the gift card market. Most of the gift card markets will want them to be in digital form, because it's hard to take a grocery store gift card. People really want to use them in store or at the gas station, and you can't really do that. So they're not going to really move that quickly on the gift card market, because people could only really use them for the app or for online purchases that they would have to purchase through curbside or something like that. So not the most attractive, unlike, of course, the big ones that you're buying. And obviously that's what I do with most of them. So if I buy a Chipotle gift card, Texas Roadhouse, Chili's, that sort of thing, I'm going to resell them on the gift card market. I won't get all of my money back, but I'll get some. I'll get most. And when you combine the profits I got from there, which aren't really profits, the amount that I got back in a sense, but if you combine that with the bonus that I got, the $10 bonus, then that is an overall profitable process. In addition, I also got all the valuable airline miles and hotel points and everything else you could ask for. So that's how I sort of like to do those sorts of things. Another one, and I would say don't sleep on this, is the vanilla cards. A lot of times when HEB is doing these big orders, they'll also have a second mini gift card, and these would not be so-called third-party gift cards. Now, a third-party gift card is like a Chipotle or Home Depot or something that's like a whole third party. Sometimes they'll have just an actual gift card, like a Visa gift card or a MasterCard gift card, one that you could use anywhere. And those are always limited to like one. So while you're in the middle of doing those, don't sleep on that one because those are valuable too. They may not have that same resale value like a Chipotle or a Home Depot would, obviously, but you can use them later. So let's just say you you're going to go to Costco later, then it would behoove you to get a whole bunch of Visa gift cards that you could use at Costco because Costco only takes Visa in the store. They'll take MasterCard online and Discover as well, but they won't take Amex. But this way, you can use Amex at HEB, get your $10 bonus card, and then create a Visa gift card, and then use that Visa gift card at Costco or somewhere that only takes Visa. And in that sense, you have used Amex to shop at Costco, even though it's verboten. This is a way you can do it anyway. So always do the vanillas as well. It's free money. It's free money. And if you don't want to use it there, then use it to pay your phone bill, your insurance bill. Just use it. You're gonna need it. So I would, that's something to look out for as well. Although it's not obviously not the biggest one that you would see. So that's sort of what I do, and it's a little bit of a dance. It's a little bit of a game, but it's fun, and it has made me lots and lots and lots of not just money, but it has given me, pretty much endless miles and points. If you want to know how I fly all over the world, first class, everything like that, it's from these sorts of HEB deals, getting all these miles by buying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gift cards, selling them and getting some of that money back, and of course, and then of course using those bonus cards, for my everyday living. If I'm going to get groceries, I'm going to get them at HEB. If I'm going to get gas, I'll get it at HEB. Medicine, HEB. If I'm going to go eat out, well, there's a restaurant at HEB. All that money does go back to HEB. And in that sense, you can't tax that because that wasn't reselling that $10 bonus. That was me using it at the only place I could and just getting something for free from HEB. And that's actually a tax incentive to think about. Whereas if it was just 20% off of that Chipotle card, well, then I would be taxed off of that profit of resale. And in this case, it's actually would show as a loss, because if I sold a $50 Chipotle card on the gift card market, well, all I would get back is, let's say $47 or $46 or something like that. So that's my loss, and I can't be taxed on that. And if I sold the HEB bonus card as well, then yes, that would be a sort of taxable thing. But if I used it at HEB, then it's overall not a profit. It's more like I just got something free as a bonus. And because that's what it is, that's the truth of it. So, like I said, there's a sort of value to the uniqueness of this system. You don't see it at a lot of places, but it works. It's kind of similar to what you would get at, the Albertsons or the Kroger, if you're talking about the gas points. So you'll buy something, you'll get a whole bunch of, fuel rewards that you could use to fill up your car, but you won't actually get, a monetary discount typically on those sorts of things. And so you collect the full amount. You collect a lesser amount when you resell, and also you get to earn off of the full amount instead of a partial amount when we're talking about the miles, fuel rewards, and that sort of thing. A lot rides on one little gift card, and they seem very innocent. Oh, it's a Roblox, or oh, it's a Build-A-Bear for my kid. No, it's not. It's that thing is part of a huge economy, and micro economy in a sense. Well, I mean, it's a pretty big economy, and that little Build-A-Bear gift card represents it's part of a larger thing, and that's what makes it interesting to me. And it includes the miles, the points, the cash back, fuel rewards. It includes bonuses. You can get restaurants, medicine. You can fill up your car, and with the way fuel is these days, it's kind of nice to not have to pay for gas anymore. Even though I am paying for it, but it's certainly very much discounted, in that sense, because it was with a bonus card, and although that was part of the transaction, it's not really 100% of what I'm paying. So to me, it's a very exciting world. It's been going on for years and years and years, and they know that some people like to sort of play the system and do miles and points, and they still let it happen. So if they're going to do it, I say do as much as you can, but respect the grocery store's rules about it. Don't be overly ostentatious about it. Don't be bragging about it or being weird or calling attention to yourself. Calling managers, wasting people's time, that sort of thing. Don't be keeping lines of people behind you while you're at a cash register trying to do this where you can't really do it. Just don't make it a burden to the grocery store. Make it something good for them. Make it help their bottom line, and go in and out, and no muss, no fuss. That's how I view it. So I hope you all found this at least somewhat interesting. Your store may not have this system. It may have something completely different, but this is a good way for you to be thinking about what your store has, to be asking yourself, what can I do with my store? Let's say it's the Piggly Wiggly or the Winn-Dixie. I don't even know what you have. But they all have their own version of rewards, their own version of gift cards, and how they want to handle them. So read what you can. Look at those coupons very carefully. Look at all of the fine print. Experiment with what you can. See sort of what you can get away with. And over time, you can end up, realizing what a lucrative world it really is. And you're always welcome to resell those gift cards to the Duck. And I'm always, as long as they're a good brand, I'm pretty much always happy to take them. But yeah, it's it can really work out for you in ways that are not like money orders or other weird sort of monetary devices that are usually looked down upon at these kinds of places. These are more legitimate. It's a third-party gift card. There's nothing wrong with buying a gift card to Home Depot, as long as you're not doing it for bad reasons, which of course we're not. We just want our miles, and that's perfectly fine. Now, of course, like I said, your credit card may not like it if they see that thousands and thousands of dollars are there. Obviously, if they call you, you can say, well, we had a church function, or I was giving it to the kids, whatever. It's up to them to believe it. If it's like I said, if it's a bunch of whole numbers, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, they're gonna think it's weird. Throw in a potato, throw in a toothbrush, a roll of, fabric softener, whatever you want to buy. Maybe you need something. Toss it on there. Keep the numbers interesting and not all the same. And just don't give any credit cards or banks or grocery stores any reason to be bothered by you. And you will be successful, and you'll have miles and miles and miles earned, and you'll travel the world like the duck for free, first class, and it'll be a wonderful, wonderful little story. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and it's been a good hour chatting with you. Not too many of you here today, but of course, I'm sure that later when I check the thing, a lot of you will come back and visit the archive. You're welcome to. And if you have a question after that, you can still chat on this, add a, maybe not a chat, but you can add a comment later, and I'll revisit it and answer any questions. Or you can message me on Telegram or in the DuckDeals Telegram chat, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have about HEB, gift cards, and all this fun stuff. All right, well, I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you again in 2 more weeks when we do another DuckDeals, unless it's Labor Day. I don't think it is. It might be. If it's a holiday, I don't do them, but the next one where it isn't a holiday, I will see you all again. I'll probably be in Vegas again this week or next week or something. So, but either way, I'm still very much available to answer any questions or chat with you about any of this stuff. So we'll talk to you soon. Y'all have a good night, and keep grinding out those gift cards and churning out those credit cards. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Good night. Bye.